a shift. Excellent. All right. So once you're on your feet, let's just find some ankle rolls. You can just rotate one ankle and then the other. Yeah. And then rotate, switch over to your other foot. Good. Just find some mobility today. And then once you're there, maybe just kind of flex one foot up and then point your toes down. Just kind of point and flex the foot, just tapping it into the mat. And then we'll switch to the other side. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Excellent. All right. Then once you're ready, just settle onto your mat. Kind of find a place about your feet, about hip width distance between your feet. Yeah. And then from here, inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhale, roll them down and back. Steady your gaze over the tip of your nose or blink your eyes closed. Maybe shift forward onto your toes and then shift towards your heels. Feel the weight shift and then land somewhere that feels centered. We'll be here for a moment. Today, I want us to explore our foundation, like what holds us up, what shifts beneath us, and what happens when we're on our toes to view different angles. And just notice what comes up for you when your foundation shifts. All right. And then start to take one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Start with an exhale. And just let your round of breath start to feel as your belly presses into your hand as you breathe. I will guide us through a 3-part breath. Before we start, what that looks like is being very attentive to the 3 parts of our body as we're breathing. That's going to be your belly, your rib cage, your chest. And then on the exhale, softening your shoulders as you drop your chest, contract your rib cage, and contract at your belly. Start with an exhale here before we go into that. On your next inhale, fill your belly. Expand your rib cage. Lift up at your chest. Exhale, soften your chest. Close your rib cage. Hug your belly in. Inhale, fill your belly. Expand your rib cage. Expand your chest. Exhale, chest, rib, belly. Inhale, belly, rib, chest. Exhale, chest, rib, belly. Inhale, belly, rib, chest. Exhale, chest, rib, belly. One more time, belly, rib, chest. Exhale, chest, rib, belly. Take the next few rounds on your own. At the bottom of your next exhale, blink your eyes open and then release. Let's one hand to your side. Let's just do it all together. We'll keep our right hand to our side, left hand will stay at our heart. All right. Okay. And right hand by your side, left hand stays on your heart to remind us to tend to the heart space. And then from here, just sweep the hand forward, palm up to the ceiling, all the way up to your shoulder. And as you exhale, drop it down. Inhale, sweep your hand up. Exhale, release it down. And then it's the next round. I'll give you the option to lift up onto your toes, maybe just to hover, maybe a little higher. Exhale, drop it down. Yeah. Inhale, breathe in, lift up, squeeze your ankles together. Exhale, drop it down. And your next breath. Inhale, circle your arm backward, open through your shoulder, then circle it forward. Think of a backstroke. Inhale brings it back. Exhale brings it forward. 2 more times like that. Breathe in, sweep back. Exhale, come forward. Yeah. 1 more time. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, bring it forward. Now we connect the movements. Start forward. Inhale, maybe onto your toes, lift up. Exhale, ground down. Circle your arm back. Exhale, circle forward. Inhale, lift up, maybe on the toes. Exhale, relax. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, circle forward. Onto your toes, lift up. Exhale, release. Good. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, bring it forward. Last time like that. Breathe in, lift up. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, bring it down. All right, this time, team, inhale, lift your right hand high. Gaze up at your hand. We'll take a forward fold. Keep your hand at your heart, and then your right fingertips will come down towards the mat. From here, gently release your other hand down, and then widen your feet just a little bit. Rotate to the side. See, yeah. From here, you can grow for opposite elbows, or maybe interlace your hands at the nape of your neck. We'll do a ragdoll here. Perhaps you widen your stance as you sway side to side, shake or nod your head. And then when you're ready, release your hands down towards the mat. And then walk your feet back into touch. And then we'll slowly roll it back up to stand. Slowly restack your spine. Really slow as you stand. And then shoulders back, just as we started standing. Breathe in. Exhale here. All right. At this time, let's take your right hand on your heart. Left hand stays by your side. Yeah. Settle in. When you're ready, lift your left hand up. Breathe in as you gaze up towards your fingertips. Exhale, bring it down. Again, inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Make this option. This time, come onto your toes as you lift your hand up. Exhale, ground down. Okay. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, bring it down. All right. Circle to the back. Reach your arm behind you. Exhale, circle it forward. Yeah. You might rotate your shoulder and chest over to the side as you do so. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, circle it forward. Just kind of notice how your shoulder feels through this movement. Exhale, bring it forward. Notice how your weight shifts in your feet. Inhale, circle back. Exhale to bring it forward. All right, we combine and connect the movements. So start forward and up. Inhale, lift up, maybe with the toes lift on the toes. Exhale, ground down. Circle your arm back and then bring it forward. Inhale on your toes. Exhale, relax down. Feel the rise and fall. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, circle forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, circle forward. One more time, team. Inhale onto your toes. Exhale, ground down. Inhale, circle back. Exhale, bring it forward. All right, when you're ready, inhale, come up this time. We take it to a forward fold. Hinge at your hips, relax on down. Keep your right hand at your heart. Yeah. Then once you arrive, now both hands come to the mat. Yeah, all right. Widen your stance a little bit, just as you did before. Take the wide forward fold, maybe shake or nod your head. Yeah, bend your knees a little bit more, or maybe find so you can place your right hand on the mat. Okay. Bend deeply into your right knee and then sweep your left hand high. Find an easy twist. Yeah, maybe rotate your wrist at the top, open and close your hand. You should feel a nice stretch on your left side body. All right, breathe in. Exhale, hand down to the mat. This time your left hand stays on the mat. Bring in, bend into your left knee. Then gaze up on the opposite side. Roll your wrists at the top. Open and close your hand. Notice how the side feels. And when you're ready, exhale, release your palm down towards the mat. Very nice. Walk your feet back into touch, or just about hip width distance. So you have a lot of a firm foundation. Pull navel to spine, and we'll slowly restack our spine to come back to stand. Take your time. Your head will arrive last. Roll your shoulders up. Relax them down as you arrive. Reconnect your palms at heart center. Breathe in. Exhale here. Just notice how it feels as we're back to our feet after all the different movements for our upper shoulders and our side bodies. Breathe in. Breathe out. As you blink your eyes open, take your hands by your side and we'll widen our stance. We'll keep staying on the long edge of your mat. Just a little bit so you have a nice foundation. And then from here, extend your arms over to the side. And then from here, drop your ear. We'll start with the end. With your hands, with your right hand, go ahead and pull your ear over so you can really stretch through the left side of your neck. And it feels really high here. You can also play with how high or low you reach this arm. So you can lift up and down. Maybe you bring it up about shoulder height, or you can stay right at your hip length. It should feel really nice on your neck. All right, let's bring your hand up to the T and then relax here. Bring your head back to center. Then we'll switch it to the other side. Drop your ear towards the left shoulder. And then with your left palm, right palm rather, just lift up and down. Explore, perhaps you stay about hip height. Notice the sensations when you bring it up a little higher. You can keep it moving, or just stay somewhere still. And bring your head back to center, tee out the arms. All right, we're gonna lean over to the right side. Let's cross one arm over your belly, and then you lean over. Good. Come back to center. We'll lean over to the left. So we'll take a crisscross over the front, and the one arm comes up overhead. Let's take that side to side. Yeah. With this wider stance, notice how it feels as you start to shift your torso over to one side. How can you stay firm in your foundation? You press through your heels, maybe squeeze your glutes in together for a little stability. All right, last time here. Then we'll come back to center, tee out the arms. Now let's go ahead and turn your toes out wide, heels turn in, all right? From here, lower down into a horse squat. And I want to think of you want to scoop all this heat in. Think of that. And as you inhale, sweep your hands up overhead. Good. Exhale, arms to a T again. Let's get low in your horse squat. Open your knees behind you and then scoop this energy in. Exhale. All right, we'll do this a few more times going through your horse squat. Just go through here. I want to think of as we're building heat here of your tapas, like that inner fire that can really drive you. Think of it as not forcing you through anything, but being really present in the heat of the moment. All right. Let's do this one more time. Find your horse squat. Take really wide stance as you drop your booty low. Inhale, come back up. Exhale. Hand here, hands by your side. Really nice. All right, from here, rotate your front, one toes to the front of your mat, and the other foot will parallel the short edge of your mat. Okay, so your hips are open to the long edge of your mat now, and then from here, extend your palms up so they connect overhead. Yeah, you can stay here, kind of feel your inner thighs hugging in to really support you. Option to bend into the front knee now. Bend, yeah. Think of your warrior two. Let's flow through that. Inhale, squeeze to lift up. Exhale, back into the front lunge. Come back up. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, back to your warrior two. Really nice, y'all. One more time. Inhale, rise up. This time we stay in our warrior two. Good. Just take a moment, reach through your arms. Feel the expansion across your chest. Breathe into the hip opening. Gaze forward. Inhale. Exhale. From here, rotate your front palm up and take it to reverse warrior. Think reach up and back. Your back hand will slide down the back thigh. Keep into the front lunge as much as you can. Let this be a stretch for the front side of your body. Let's return back to warrior two. Tee out your arms. Straighten through your front leg. Shift your torso forward. Maybe keep a soft bend knee. You can stay here, work with this weight shift, or the option to take a triangle pose. You tuck your arms, really work through the side bodies that we cultivated. Yeah. And then from here, maybe gaze down if that feels more stable, or you can gaze up for more of a balanced challenge. Yeah. Sometimes the balance starts with the gaze rather than the legs. And with your core strength, start to rise up. Maybe soften into the front knee as you come up. Good. Go ahead. Step your feet back in. So feet parallel the long edge. Bring your hands to heart center. Land back here. Inhale. Exhale. Extend your arms. We'll do that side body twist again. This time, let's take one arm behind you, and then you'll find the side body twist. Twist over to the right. Back to center. One arm behind you as you lean over to the other side. Maybe gaze up at the top arm to engage. Let's elongate through the neck as well. Lean over to the side. And just with our arm in a different variation, just notice any shifts in your weight, how we can return to stable. Yeah. Lean over to the back. And center. One more time each side. Really nice, y'all. Work through your side bodies. Over to the back. Excellent. All right, let's come back to the T. Turn your toes out. Yeah. Then start to lower your seat down. Back to the horse squat. This time, let's stay in the horse squat. Know you can always come up. I'm going to add this challenge. Can we stay low? Now just the arms move. Inhale, scoop. In, build your fire. Exhale, tee out the arms. Let everything else go. Good. Press into the pinky edges of your feet so you stay really strong to the outside of the glutes. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, flow. Yes, yeah. Good. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, bring it down. Really nice. Inhale, just the arms up. Exhale, bring it down. All right, last time. Let's do getting you a little bit lower through this one. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, release the arms. All right, this time stand up, team. Scoop it up. Inhale. Exhale, hands by your side. Then with the foot that was towards the front of the mat, we'll turn it in. And for your back of your mat, turn the toes to face the short edge now. Yeah. So your hips are open to a diagonal. And then from here, reach up your palms overhead. Notice how this feels as you elongate with your hips open. And as you're ready, let's come into your warrior two. Bend into the back knee now. We'll find the movement. Inhale, zip it up. Exhale, warrior two. And as you come here, maybe you find that you need to widen your stance a little bit. So go ahead and scooch the back foot. So you keep the front knee over the front ankle. All right, 2 more times. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Good. Inhale, rise up. Warrior two. Stay here in your warrior two. Yeah. Peek down so that you can see your big toe. If not, can you open your knee a little bit to the pinky side edge? Yeah, and then straighten your back leg. So your back hamstring, yeah, your hamstring of this extended leg is really engaged. Then gaze over your front fingertips. Yeah, flex to your front fingertips. Reach to your back fingertips. Your upper arm is totally activated. Breathe here. All right, team. Rotate your palm up, extend over the front bent leg, and then find reverse warrior. Reach up and back. You stay low in the front knee. Gaze up at the top hand if that's comfortable, or gaze towards your back hand. And as you reach up, feel the expansion of your rib cage as you find this nice side body stretch. Breathe in. Return to your warrior two. Parallel your arms here. Yeah. Work into triangle pose. First, straighten through your front leg. Yeah, right away, squeeze your inner thighs and then shift forward. Like good. So as if you're pulling the mat together by dragging your heels together. And then if you can stay here, or maybe you start to tick-tock your torso and invite the obliques into the work. Your bottom hand can rest gently on the front thigh, maybe a soft bend in the front knee to ensure you're using your quad muscles. Send your gaze down for more stability, or rotate your gaze up. Challenge the core just a little tad more. Excellent. Start to bend into your front knee. We'll rise up. Yeah. All the way up. Then parallel your feet here. Walk your feet in so you have a more narrow stance. And then exhale, hands to heart. Find your breath here. Exhale. Bring your hands by your side. Walk your feet in. Yeah. We'll do some work into tree pose. We'll start with the right foot grounded. And you notice we'll have some options. You can leave your toes connected to the mat. But I want you to think of opening through your hips here. We did a lot of hip opening. So with the right foot grounded, just let the knee open over to the short edge of your mat. And maybe this stays on the mat, or you start to bring it up towards your calf, or maybe slide it up towards your inner thigh. See what is comfortable. And then from here, bring your hands to heart. Good. Steady your gaze. Let that start your balance. Option to extend your branches. And then press into the four corners of your standing foot. There might be more ground and surface area that you can work with. Slowly draw your knee forward, if hands to heart. If they're not already there, relax the foot down, and pedal out the legs. There, roll out the standing ankle. Let's switch it to the other side. Left foot stays grounded. Again, start as the kickstand. And the work here is to open the knee. So send the knee over to the short edge of your mat as much as you can. And then from here, explore. Maybe it comes up towards your calf or the thigh, right? Just ensure that we're not pressing into our knee joint, so above or below the knee. And then bring your hands to heart. Maybe hands fly away from you. Feel the wobbles or the shakes. Yeah. That's your tapas burning. It's working. Yeah. Press into the big toe. Yeah. Excellent. Get a little taller through your spine. Excellent. 2 more breaths here. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring your hands to heart if they're not already there. Bring the knee forward. Good. And then let's roll out the left ankle so you find movement there. Really nice, y'all. All right. But here, go ahead and widen your stance once more. Okay, keep the feet toes pointed to the long edge. And then from here, extend your arms up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Yeah, let's give our hamstrings a little love here. Hands can grab for the ankles or land on the mat. And once you hear shift a little more weight forward into the toes, can you drop the crown of your head closer to the mat? And I like to grab for my ankles and then use my biceps to help pull me closer. Hands can also stay on the mat to give you that foundation and support. Slowly bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Find a little halfway lift. Yeah, so you want to reach the crown of your head or parallel the torso forward, and the torso parallels the ground. And then from here, exhale, fold. Again, inhale, further halfway lift. Re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, you fold. Really nice, y'all. All right. Inhale, find the halfway lift. And then this time, slowly rise all the way up. Maybe tee up the arms or just take your hands to hip. Come back to stand. Bring the feet in. A step towards the front of your mat. Find your mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll build on top of what we did earlier in the beginning of class. All right, keep your left hand at your heart, right hand by your side. From here, inhale, come onto the toes as you sweep up. Exhale, ground down. Circle your arm behind you, and then bring it forward. Inhale, just the arm up. This one's a forward fold. Exhale, bend at the hips. Keep the left hand at your heart. Okay, then from here, right hand comes down towards the mat. Use as support as you draw and slide your right heel up and behind you. Okay, you're stepping into a lunge. Relax your back shin in. We take a low lunge. Reach your right hand high. Good. Maybe both hands come towards heart. Stack your right palm on top of the left. Take a moment, squeeze your inner thighs together so you stay grounded. Keep your heart lifted up towards the hands. Keep the heart opening. And then maybe you reach your hands away. Keep opening up through the chest. You can reach towards your back ankle. Note that hands can always stay to heart if that feels really intense. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's gently extend both arms up overhead so you can restack the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the mat. And then step your back foot forward so you're in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Take your hands up to your shin or thighs. Re-lengthen the spine. This time, both heels underneath the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to mountain, stand tall. Exhale, hands to heart. We add in a chair pose from here. Inhale, chair pose. Reach your arms up and forward. Then you send your booty back. Your palms will rotate up towards the ceiling. If this feels a lot in your arms, hands can always come to heart center as well. And let's play with the weight shifts. Come into your heels, lift all 10 toes off of the mat. Can you sink your booty lower? Gently replace all 10 toes. And as you press into your toes, feel your weight shift forward. Maybe your heels hover off the mat. Option to fly your arms back for a counterbalance. This pose is called drinking bird. Slowly land your heels. Find your mountain pose. Arms lift up. Exhale, reconnect your palms, hands at heart center. Let's reset here with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. All right, release your left palm down this time, and then right hand will stay at heart center. Just as we did at the beginning. Inhale, arms up. Maybe you come onto your toes. Exhale, heels down, hands down. Open to the back. Breathe in. Circle your arm forward. Inhale, lift up. This one's a forward fold. Heels down. Find a hinge at the hips. Right hand stays at your heart. Left palm connects to the mat. Curl your left heel in towards your glute and then kick it behind you. Land on your mat. Back shin comes down for a crescent moon. Inhale, sweep your left hand high. We're keeping the heart opening. Start with your foundation. Press your back toenails down so you have more stability. Drive your front heel down. Then maybe bring your left hand over the right as you continue to lift your heart space. Option to expand your arms, reach behind you. Take a little extra weight as you open up through your chest. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. All right, start to extend your arms up overhead. Bring your shoulders back over the hips. Restack the spine. And then exhale, you fold hands to the mat. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Find as you re-lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Okay. Inhale, mountain pose. Last standing pose, y'all. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll be on our backs very soon. Okay. Inhale, chair pose. Extend your arms forward as your booty reaches back. Okay. Notice this chair here. Hug your inner thighs together. Dig your heels down and energetically draw them apart. Feel your booty fire up. Breathe in. Shift weight into your toes, drinking bird. Maybe your heels lift a little higher this time. Find this shift. Press into your toes, squeeze your arms. Booty stays low, your heart stays lifted. Just for 3. Heels down in 2. Yes, you can. Heels down. Inhale, mountain pose. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Breathe in. Let it go here. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your halfway lift. All right. And exhale, plant your palms down, step back to your high plank. First time on our wrists. Take a moment to ensure your shoulders are right over your wrists. If this is a lot for legs, you can always drop down to your knees. Your shoulders will stay stacked right over your wrists. Gaze over the front top edge of your mat to keep a long neck. If you're on your knees, maybe you curl your heels in towards your glutes. If you're on your toes, can you kick through your heels? Feel the back of your legs fire up. All right. We'll hold here, team, just for 4, Hug navel to spine for 3. Keep your gaze forward for 2. Deep breath in. As you exhale, drop down to your knees. You're in your tabletop. Deep breath. Extend your right leg behind you. We've done a lot of work on our foot, so let's go ahead and shift forward and back to stretch into our calves. And then on your next one, hold your heel back. So as you stretch into the toes and calf. Bring your right shin in. Now left toes extend behind you. Find that shift forward and back just as you did before. Then hold it back here for 4, 3, just the left calf giving a lot of tension. Last 2 and 1. Come back into your tabletop and come to seated on your heels if that's comfortable. And here, and then shift your weight just slightly back so you could feel the stretch on the top of your feet. So this is, yeah. And then if you feel there's a little bit more space, maybe you lift your knees off the mat. Yeah, this is just stretching the tops of the feet. Know that you can always stay with shoulders over hips. We're here for 3. Breathe in. Last 2. Exhale. Land into your shins. Come into your tabletop position. And then curl your toes under once more. Spread them really nice and wide. And then walk your way back. So now we're seated on our heels with our toes curled under. Know that this can be quite intense. So if you want to come back to just extending one leg and focusing on that, just as you did before, let's start with your right leg extended and then I will cue for the left leg. Or when we're halfway there. But if you're ready to sit on all 10 toes, come to seated here. If you're extending one leg, go ahead and switch the legs. And if you're seated on your toes, maybe connect palms at heart center. All together meet in tabletop. And then pat out your feet. And there's a lot on the feet, giving our feet a lot of love and attention today for supporting us, keeping us standing. All right, in our tabletop, let's now stretch out our spine. Inhale, cow pose, just the front body from the work we've been doing. Exhale, cat pose, claw into the mat, gaze towards your thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale for cat. Inhale for your cow pose. Let's stay and hold it here. And then maybe gaze over your right shoulder towards your tailbone. Come back to center, to a gaze to the other side. So a little wag in your cat pose. Gaze, cow pose rather, with your heart lifted, gaze side to side. Work to look towards your back toes. One more time, each side here. All right, over to the other side. Come back to center. Ground your spine for your cat pose. Curl your toes under. Let's take downward facing dog. Yeah. First downward dog now. Now while you're here, walk out your dog, walk side to side. Drop one heel and then the other to stretch your calf. Then settle into your downward facing dog. Lift your tailbone high and drop your heels down. Breathe in. Breathe out. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. All right, shift forward onto your shins. Meet in a child's pose. Take your knees wide here. And then crawl your torso down towards the mat. Once your forehead connects, maybe sway your forehead side to side. Your palms can stay planted down on the mat. Option to rotate your palms up to find a little more shoulder opening. Notice your breath. Notice the sensations in your shoulders, your hips. Rotate your palms down and walk yourself up to a seat. Yes. Now let's swing your legs out in front of you. And then from here, meet on your back. Take your time to come down. We'll set up for bridge pose. Do some heart openings since we've done some preparation for that. Walk your heels in towards your glutes. Your arms will stay by your side. Palms can face down for extra support, or maybe you rotate your palms up to the ceiling. And then when you're ready from here, inhale, you lift your hips. At the top, breathe. Can you send your pelvis higher? Lift your chest up. Maybe you roll your shoulders in so you can lift your heart just a little higher. Relax your chin. Keep a long neck. As you exhale, slowly bring your hips down onto the mat. And we'll take butterfly legs. Bring the soles of your feet to touch, your knees open wide. And just as we started class, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take nice long inhales, even longer exhales. Right. Close your knees in and hug. Keep the feet planted. All right, from here, cross your right ankle over the left thigh. Stay in for your figure four stretch. Your left foot can stay grounded, or you have the option to hug your knee into your chest for a little bit more for the right knee opening. And any variation that you've chosen, can you open your right knee away from your body? Gently place the left foot down if it's not already grounded. And then your right foot. And then we'll switch it over to the other side. Right foot stays grounded. Left ankle crosses over. Choose if your right foot will stay grounded, or you might interlace your hands underneath your foot. And really flex to the top foot to protect your knee. And then whichever variation you've chosen, send your left knee away from you. Land your right foot, then plant your left foot down. Okay. And then from here, hug your knees into your chest. Make some circles over to the right to massage out your low back. Then we'll take it over to the left. Grab behind your thighs. And you can rock and roll or just press yourself up to a seat. We'll finish with some seated folds before we come onto our mat. All right. Let's start with your legs extended out in front of you to start with both hands up overhead. And as you exhale, bend forward over your legs. Hands can rest towards the ankles or towards your knees, whichever is more comfortable. You can keep a soft bend in the knees. This will release a little bit more in the lower back. If you're craving more sensation for the hamstrings, just start to send your knees closer to the mat. Slowly roll it up. Good. Hug. And then rotate, face the top mat once again. All right. Keep your feet planted here, and then slowly roll down onto your mat. From here, walk your feet to the edges of your mat. And then sway your shins over to the side and then the other side. Like a little hip mobility as you sway them side to side. Excellent. All right. Gently hug your knees into your chest. We'll do a twist from here. Tee out your arms, and the shin will fall to the left. You'll gaze to the right. Just drop all your knees over to one side. You can gaze at the ceiling, or you have a little more space for your neck. You'll rotate over towards your right hand and keep it extended on the ground. Bring your chin back to center, then your legs. Now drop your shins over to the right, and then you'll gaze over to the left. Sometimes I might find that I want to scooch the hips towards the left side a little bit so the spine can be stacked. Yeah. And then from here, gaze over your left shoulder. Right, bring your chin back to center and then your legs. Okay, just reground on the mat, maybe take some circles with the legs. And then from here, we'll send our legs up the wall. Just kick your heels up towards the ceiling, maybe little soft knees. Hands can stay by your side, maybe palms up. Just let all the blood flow. We've been on our feet for quite a bit. Well, first half of class. And just let all the blood flow back to the hips. Deep breath in. We'll transition to happy baby as you exhale. Open the knees and towards the armpit. You can grab underneath your thighs, or you can grab for the soles of your feet. Sway side to side. Yeah. Just find some fluttering movements. Inhale. Flutter your lips. Exhale. Maybe you drop over to the right side. Extend the left leg. And then come back to center. To the other side. Drop your left elbow down. Extend that right. Just keep the back of your head and tailbone connected to the mat. Take a few more movements. And then slowly come and rock back to center. Hug your knees into your chest. And bring your forehead up towards your knees. Curl your toes. Squeeze your eyes shut. Deep breath in. Exhale, land on your mat for your Shavasana. You let your legs extend out long. Your toes splay out to the side. Rotate your palms up by your side. Maybe you bring your shoulders underneath your heart space. Just a reminder to keep open. Relax your tongue. Relax your jaw. Close your eyes. Let your thoughts be. Let your body be. Just be here for the next few moments. And I'll call you out when it is time. Breathe in, breathe out. On your next inhale, curl your fingers, curl your toes, just awareness there. Exhale, completely release. We'll invite in more activation. Let's start with your biceps and quads now. Curl fingers, quads, biceps, toes. Exhale, completely soften. Let's add the glutes and chest. Curl fingers, arms, legs, booty, chest. Exhale, completely soften. Let's invite in our face, full body tension, toes, booty, core. Squeeze your eyes shut. Exhale, completely soften. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Sway your chin side to side. Eventually, maybe you take a long body stretch as you reach your fingers overhead and toes away from you. And pull your knees into your chest. Let's roll over into our right side with your right bicep as a pillow here. I'll encourage you to plant your left palm in front of your heart space. Just feel grounded and connected. Pause here. Acknowledgement and appreciation of the time that you tended towards your fire. There are moments that you wobbled, then you found it again. Sometimes you might have lost it and came back to it. You did it here on your mat. And whatever else is going on off of the mat, know that you'll get back on it too. Let's rise into an easy seat here. Yeah, just fine. Crisscross legs. Excellent. All right. Bring both hands to heart center. Wish your 2 breaths together. That's for the first one. Inhale, circle the arms up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, reconnect your palms. Inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then from here, lift your thumbs up to the space between your brows. Acknowledge your third eye center, your seat of intuition. And let's all together bow forward in honor of yourself, in honor of one another, and in honor of our practice together. Thank you.